Hello everyone, I am Pawan and I am pursuing my final year undergraduation in electrical engineering at IIT Tirupati. The paper I have chosen for my technical paper presentation is from MICAI 2020, which stands for the Medical Image Computing and Computer Assisted Intervention Society. The title of the paper is Exploring Functional Difference between Gyri and Sulci via region-specific 1D convolutional neural networks. And below are the 12 authors of this paper. Each of them have contributed in different sections of the paper. This is the outline of this presentation. Firstly, I'll introduce the problem they have taken and then discuss the acquisition parameters of the dataset and other details. I will then be discussing the process of labeling the dataset at hand and then give you an idea of the architecture and hyperparameters chosen for the classification problem. Following that, I'll give a I'll give an interpretation of the 1D CNN model. Then I'll be proceeding to the results section and the time frequency analysis of the results. And finally, the conclusion and outcome of the paper will be discussed. The cerebral cortex is highly folded as convex gyri and concave sulci. As shown in the figure on the right, sulci is the groove and gyri, the folds or ridges, make up the folded surface of the cerebral cortex. A sulcus is a shallower groove that surrounds a gyrus. One of the pioneering studies demonstrated the intrinsic functional difference of neural activities between gyri and sulci by means of a convolutional neural network based classifier on fMRI bold signals. While those studies revealed the holistic gyrosulcal neural activity difference in the whole brain scale, the characteristics of such gyrosulcal difference within different brain regions which account for different specific brain functions remains to be explored. In this study, they have developed a region-specific one-dimensional CNN-based classifier in order to differentiate the gyrosulcal resting state fMRI signals within each brain region. They have adopted the gray ordinate resting state fMRI, which stands for Functional Magnetic Resonance Imaging data of 900 healthy subjects with 4 repeated RS-fMRI scan runs from publicly released HCP S900 database. Among the acquisition parameters, the important ones are listed here. The size of the scan matrix is 990 by 104 and each scan has 72 slices. The relaxation time is 0.72 seconds and the excitation time is 33.1 milliseconds, which is an order of magnitude less than the relaxation time. We will now discuss the labeling process of these scans. The individual cortical surface is composed of cortical vertices. Each cortical vertex has associated geometric measurement and corresponding RS-fMRI signal. They have first isolated individual cortical surface into 35 regions, symmetrical in left and right hemispheres, using the widely adopted Brain Atlas. In order to investigate the gyrosulcal difference within each of the regions, they have further divided all the vertices within each region into gyri and sulci. Specifically, the signed distance that each vertex moves was quantified as average convexity. After sorting the average convexity values of all vertices within a region, the 20% vertices with highest average convexity values were labeled as gyri and the 20% with lowest values were labeled as sulci in order to provide a balanced dataset for gyri and sulci which were in line with the previous studies. The remaining 60% vertices were intermediate regions between gyri and sulci and are discarded in order to avoid any ambiguity and to provide an accurate ground truth database of gyri and sulci. Finally, the corresponding RS-fMRI signals of labeled gyri or sulci within each region were used as the input of the following CNN-based classification. The same labeling procedure is shown in the figure on the right. This is the architecture used for this classification problem. The proposed model consists of a 1D convolutional layer with the activation function ReLU, a batch normalization layer, a max pooling layer, a global average pooling layer, and a dense layer with the activation function softmax, and finally the output layer with 2 neurons as per gyri and sulci. And one interesting feature of this architecture is that they have inserted a global average pooling layer to address the overfitting problem instead of directly adding a fully connected layer after the max pooling layer. Finally, the corresponding vertices of input signals were classified as gyri or sulci as the output of the model. The labels of gyri and sulci were encoded as 0, 1 and 1, 0 respectively using one-hot method in order to characterize the class-specific 1D CNN features for gyri and sulci. The 1D CNN model was implemented based on Keras and trained on NVIDIA GeForce GPU. They have utilized stochastic gradient descent as the optimizer and with a momentum coefficient at 0.9 and adopted the categorical cross entropy as loss function. They have randomly initialized the weights on filters with unit normal distribution. To improve accuracy, learning rate was set to 0.1 at the beginning of the training, which decayed by 10 power minus 6 after each iteration. The batch size was set to 128 and the epoch size was set to 20. They have interpreted the learned CNN model from 3 perspectives. First, the output gyri or sulci labels were used to evaluate the gyrosulcal classification accuracy. Second, they divided the filters in convolutional layer into gyral, sulcal and uncertain types in order to analyze the characteristics of filter types between gyri and sulci. Each filter I corresponded to the pair of weights AI and BI in dense layer connecting to the output layer. They considered the filter K as gyral type if AI is greater than 0 and BI is less than 0. And the filter K was considered as sulcal type if AI is less than 0 and BI is greater than 0. And uncertain type if AI and BI had the same sign. The number of gyral and sulcal filters was therefore obtained. Thirdly, the gyral and sulcal filters were compared to characterize the gyrosulcal difference. Besides the comparison of filter quantity, they performed time frequency analysis of the learned filters to examine the gyrosulcal frequency characteristics. The results are presented here. The accuracy values ranged from 51.87% to 81.14% with an average value of 65.62% across all regions. These results are comparable with previous studies. As seen from the bar graphs on the right side of this figure, we see that some of the regions have high accuracy and some of them have less accuracy. It was hypothesized that those regions with high accuracies might have higher gyrosulcal functional segregation. The figure A indicates the accuracies in each region with each color representative of a certain range of accuracies, while the figure B shows the accuracies directly printed on the respective regions. Here is the figure which illustrates the time series representations of gyral and sulcal filters in two representative brain regions, 10 and 24. The horizontal axis is the temporal points and the vertical axis is the amplitude. It was observed that in region 10, typical gyral filters contained more intense oscillations while typical sulcal ones had relatively simpler smooth time series shapes. On the contrary, in region 24, they observed that the typical sulcal filters contained more intense oscillations compared to the typical gyral ones. For the frequency domain analysis, they have analyzed the average frequency power spectrums of gyral and sulcal filters in each brain region. As the power spectrums are two-sided, these figures only show the positive half of the obtained spectrum, that is 16 frequency points out of 32. As you can see in this figure, the power spectrum amplitude of the gyral filter increased sharply as the frequency increased, while that of the sulcal filter decreased slowly as the frequency increased in region 10. While on the contrary, the gyral filter had increased power spectrum amplitude as the frequency increased and increased for the sulcal filter in region 24. In short, we can say that the frequency power spectrum findings of the two regions were consistent with the time series analysis. This figure offers a co-visualization of both chiral and sulcal power spectrum amplitudes in the same plot for all the 35 regions. In a majority of these regions, they observed a boost in power spectrums of sulcal filter in high frequency band. The power spectrum amplitudes of chiral and sulcal filters decreased and increased respectively with the frequency increasing. But there were few regions where the chiral and sulcal filters did not show obvious amplitude difference as the frequency increased. They have further investigated whether there was significant power spectrum amplitude difference between chiral and sulcal filters at each frequency point of each region. They performed a statistical comparison test called the two-sample t-test, which is usually used to test whether the unknown population means of two groups are equal or not. The statistical results of each region at the low frequency point 0.04 Hz shows that the average power spectrum amplitude of sulcal filters was significantly larger than that of the chiral filters in some regions, while few other regions showed the opposite behavior. On a whole, there was no significant power spectrum amplitude difference between chiral and sulcal filters in a majority of these regions. A similar behavior was observed even at 0.48 Hz, the high frequency point chosen for analysis. The important observation is that this behavior was consistently observed in all the 4 scans. And these are the visualizations of the power spectrum amplitude difference between chiral and sulcal filters in different brain regions at two representative frequency points 0.04 Hz and 0.48 Hz across 4 repeated RS fMRI scan runs. The color code in these figures is as follows. Purple color represents regions in which there is not much difference in power spectrum between the chiral and sulcal filters. Pink color represents the regions in which the power spectrum amplitudes of sulcal filters are larger than that of chiral filters. And the green color represents the other regions where the power spectrum amplitudes of chiral filters are greater than that of sulcal ones. And finally, these are the conclusions of this work. This proposed 1D CNN model was able to achieve state-of-the-art classification accuracy of chiral and sulcal RS fMRI signals in a majority of regions. The time frequency analysis on the learned model further unveiled the region-specific gyrosulcal neural activity difference in different frequency scales, thus providing a detailed mapping of the functional segregation of gyri and sulci in multiple frequency scales for different brain regions. Since different brain regions accounted for different brain functions, this study could help better understand the functional segregation characteristics of gyri and sulci in different brain regions. And a future work could investigate the region-specific gyrosulcal functional difference under a certain cognition task using the task-based fMRI signal data. Thank you.